Kris. You can just start there. That's fine. And I'm a scientist. And scientists usually get a bad rap for interpersonal relationships. But I just want to point out that you really can. If you have the right approach, the right attitude, and the right information, you can do a good job of dating, especially radio card dating. So, before we get started, I just want to tell the 10 things. I want to let you know that scientists really are okay with dating. It became popular in the 50s. I don't think that TV sitcoms really had anything to do with it, but it might have. Also, for you scientists out there, like in the back, there's already been a Nobel Prize for dating, so don't try too hard. Okay, but to tell you a little bit about how it works. What happens? Cosmic rays from the sun come, hit nitrogen in the atmosphere, produce radiocarbon when we hit that. And that radiocarbon combines with oxygen, and that spreads throughout the atmosphere and the hydrosphere. Now, living things take in carbon dioxide. So for example, plants will take in carbon dioxide. A lot of things will tend to eat the plants, and some of us will actually also eat the animals that eat the plants. Fish will take in water that has carbon dioxide as well. So what happens is that everything equilibrates and has the same amount of radiocarbon in it. And for a given point in time, everything has the same amount of radiocarbon, which is really cool. Okay, so eventually though, that radiocarbon turns back into nitrogen, which is really cool. And it does it in a very regular kind of way, which is the half-life you've heard about. It's 5,700 years. And so after one half-life, you use half. After two half-lives, you're down to a quarter. It keeps going like that. And so it's a really great way to tell around how long something's been around. But there's a problem. If you gave everyone in the world 200 pennies, one of those pennies would represent the amount of carbon-14 that's actually present out of all the carbon. Oops. That's not a lot, so it's really hard to do those measurements. So that's probably why you don't know people who have done that kind of data. Now, it's time for a little bit of a breather, like a bit of a joke. There's tons of radiocarbon jokes out there, and I'm soon going to get to the standing part, which you are going to need to know if you want to radiocarbon date the scientists. First one, who can I date? In general, dating a scientist is a very equal opportunity thing. Gender, sexual orientation, nation, creed, none of this matters. But there's one thing that's really important you have to know before you date a scientist. Well, remember how I said everything that's living takes in carbon dioxide, and they do it continuously? So the problem is you need to have a closed system where you stop bringing in the carbon dioxide. So you have to stop eating, you stop breathing, and that's basically death, which is sometimes a turn off when it comes to dating, but that's the reality. So anyway, sorry, that's what you got to live with. So, that being said, we're almost to the next page. Do I have to date the whole person? Well, in fact, you're lucky that you don't have to, because you really only need about 30 milligrams. You can get that from hair, you can get it from teeth, you can get it from bones, carbons all over the place. So you don't have to date the person. But what you do have to keep in mind is that when you date that bit of hair, that bit of bone, you're not only dating the person, you're dating the fish they ate, you're dating the chips they ate, you're dating the cow liver, you're dating the tofu, everything, right? So basically, you're still dating a lot more than you might have thought. And so with all of this kind of stuff in there, you might be starting to wonder, like, this is getting complicated. What am I going to wear? Gloves are very important. I always like eye protection, so proper personal protective wear is important. You do not need special uniforms. You don't need heels. You know, scientists are pretty relaxed and easygoing. Right? Now, you might wonder who's going to pay for all of this, because dating is a little bit expensive. So one radiocarbon date is going to set you back maybe $500, something like that. So that's a pretty posh night on the town. So, you know, what am I paying for all this? Well, dating is not really a service. It's actually much more of a science. And so if you look at what goes into producing a radiocarbon date, well, first you have to take the sample, you have to take out the carbon. You typically do that in gassing, graphitize it, and then you stuff it in a little thing. You stick it in a machine like this. It costs about $2 million. That, eventually, in about a week, doing all this stuff, will give you a little peek that'll tell you how much carbon-14's in your sample. And then you say, well, great, but I've never done this before. How can I tell if it was a good date? First thing, you take the amount of carbon-14, you see how things change historically, and you combine those two things, and then you get a calibrated age. And that age spreads over some range, and so it looks pretty good. But if you say, you know, that really wasn't the date I wanted. This date just did not work. So you go back to your scientist because you can see how good the measurement was, that's precision, or you could see how good the overall accuracy of it was. Precision is usually good, the measurements are good, accuracy depends on where you found your scientist. And so don't just go off and find another date somewhere, talk with your scientist about this. Now, blind dates are also a possibility, and that helps kind of keep things on even footing. I'd just like to point out that Dreams, the one in Israel, actually got their first date today, Valentine's Day, and I'm not even joking about that. The international comparisons are good things, so they share information back and forth. Okay, how about younger scientists? Well, there is a big difference. Remember that calibration curve I showed you? After atomic bombs went off, carbon-14 levels in the atmosphere went up really high, so it's very different. You have to use different calibration curves if you're dating a younger scientist. It can be much more accurate, but at any rate, they're slightly different, so that's one important difference there. This is about a lot of information, so is it really worthwhile? Look at all the things you can learn if you do radiocarbon dating, right? And who wouldn't love tracking these kinds of changes in human evolution? So that's all good. And then there's one other factor in this too, which is that, at least for some of us, if it wasn't for radiocarbon dating, we might not be at all.